Welcome back to Tuesday. Let's talk now about Smash.
That's right. Smash, we've been talking a little bit about on the 3DS, but finally came out here in America on the Wii U 2 weeks before Japan, actually.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy. And
sold like gangbusters.
500,000 copies in 3 days.
Pretty crazy.
And it's not even Black Friday yet. You know a whole bunch of people are holding out for that. So, are you?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go do some crappy Black Friday Wii U buying and whatever. It's going to be a whole stupid process. But yeah. That's finally out. It came out last week. Mm-hmm. And, we've been playing 3DS for a while now. Mm-hmm. And it's, as far as the competitive side of it goes, it's more or less the same game, right?
It pretty much plays exactly the same. The characters are mostly the same. I know they even just patched the DS version recently to try to make it match the Wii U version. I think there's still a couple of small differences, but I'm sure they'll fix those because their intention was to make them as similar as possible because literally the same characters. Right. Only thing that's different is the stages and only in the for fun modes because basically if you play them all in Omega mode, they're all Final Destination, so it really makes no difference, right? It's just a different background for it. And they have a Wrecking Crew stage.
You told me about
with old Wrecking Crew music. So happy I get to play with like old Wrecking Crew. Dude, that game was so good. A very unknown game with Mario and Luigi in it. Basically, you climb ladders and you broke walls and stuff like that with a hammer. But it was one of the programmable series games. Yeah. And so you could make your own stages. And dude, the stages that me and my brother would make in this game were ridiculous.
Okay, I remember that.
Because we learned so many tricks about this game. So the way we designed the stages had like forced you to use a lot of these like really obscure tricks and stuff. Oh, it was so good.
Okay, that's cool.
God, I love that game so much. But anyways, in any case, so I'm doing total old man nostalgia.
No, but that's part of the game, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have you gone into all the other like additional content that is in the game?
Dude, I haven't touched any of it yet because obviously 37 Reloaded was this weekend.
Right? Oh, that's true.
I did look at some of like the stages, how you can set the sliders on the music, like so basically just like Brawl, like every stage has like 7 music, and then you can set the percentage of how often it'll show up when you get that stage and stuff like that. And I was just like listening to some of those songs, like look at all these old school songs, like they've got all like, especially because they have had all these songs for Mega Man, all these songs for Pac-Man, dude, it's so cool. It's so cool, dude. So,
I really like that part of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing about Smash Brothers that I love is that it really is a love letter to all the games.
Right.
And so when they added someone like Pac-Man or Mega Man, they didn't just add them in there, but they added Pac-Man and then just threw in all old school Namco, little Easter eggs and stuff like that. Right. And it was just, it's so cool. It's just so cool. So yeah, I don't know, like I love it. I love the nostalgia factor from it.
Well, how do you feel about playing it so far?
So far, okay, so I played online a lot on the DS, right? And I would do decently. I would have less than 50% win rate, right? Which is expected. And then I went to the Wii U version. Dude, I'm getting stomped.
Oh, yeah?
I'm getting stomped now because I think a lot of the better players are waiting to play on there, and they have their GameCube controllers now and stuff like that. But there's also another problem, too, is that when I'm using NES, I am misfiring my PK Rocket all day. And you remember on the show previously, I bragged about how good I am at aiming that thing. Like
I've been hit with your NES. Yeah, I know. It's good.
I'm really good at aiming that thing, but I've been misfiring a lot. So now I'm thinking it's just because I'm playing on that TV downstairs. It might be laggy. It might be lag that's kind of messing me up.
You have the Wii U down there.
Yeah. Okay. And so someone genius on Twitter, I forgot what his username was, said just play it on the Wii U pad screen and see how much better it goes. I was like, that is so genius. I'm gonna try that. So
you can play it on the Wii U, on the whatever it's called, the tablet.
The Wii U gamepad. Well, you can play it on there, or you could just use it as the screen. I could still use the Pro Controller and just use it as a screen.
Really?
Yeah. It's so good, dude.
I'm looking forward to getting.
And the interesting thing about it too is every game they usually try to put secondary information on the pad, right?
Yeah.
So like Mario Kart, that was the only place where you can get the little track display down there, which was terrible.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Because it was better on the screen, right? And I heard the patch actually put it back on the screen because a lot of people complained about it. For Smash Brothers, nothing. They just mimicked what's on the screen down there. They were like, no, we're not giving you any secondary view. It's all going to be up there.
And it's exactly the same time. It's all synced up. Interesting.
So
interesting.
I'm gonna try that out and see if it feels better. And if it does, then I'll just have to bring it up to the TV up here, which I got from display lag specifically because there's no lag on there. So, but dude, it's I'm getting blown up. People are really good on there.
It makes sense, I guess, that people were waiting. I knew quite a few people who were waiting. You know, they had played it on 3DS, but not like they were gonna on the Wii U.
But the one thing that I'm just finding out is just like my movement is so like inadequate. Like so the way that they move and stuff like that's craziness going. But just recently, I want to call him Tafokins, right? He's like one of the best Nesses in the country.
Okay.
And he just released like a guide video, and he linked me to it, and I started watching it, and I was just like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah? Okay.
Dude, you know what the weirdest part about it is to me, though? Because he was showing some combos. Like, it doesn't even dawn on me that, you know, because you can grab people out of the air.
Yeah.
And throws are combos. And, like, that part doesn't register, so he was showing me he had some combos in the video where it was just, like instant, like, short hop into fast fall up U air, basically. Up air, and like it would hit him, and then it would bounce him only a little bit, and then he'd grab him and down throw him, and then go into the combo. I was just like, oh my god! Like I just totally didn't even think about that. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So,
cool.
I'm like super eager to play it again.
I've been fiending for Lil Mac lately because I haven't. It's been a while since I played.
Oh, is that Nakat? That's what it is. Sorry. I'm totally messing up the name here. So I was looking for his tweets. Sorry about that. Tafo is a different player. Sorry. My bad. I'm bad with names, you know that. So.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
But that's cool. I'm looking forward to trying it myself. I've heard that there's been some question about Diddy. Like, should he be banned?
Oh, yeah. Apparently he's turning out to be, like, the best character right now.
Yeah?
Like, it's either him or Sheik. Like, they're too good right now. But I haven't heard much about Sheik. It's all been Diddy. It's all been about Diddy Kong, so...
Well, is there a real question as to whether he's the best or not?
People were saying that even as good as he is right now, he doesn't feel as good as Meta Knight in Brawl or Fox in Melee.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't even think he's
Fox
that
and Melee.
level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. So he's not even as good as those characters were in their games.
Okay.
So, and then it's just way too early to tell, right?
It's ridiculous.
Because when it first started, when everyone first got the game, everyone was like, oh my god, Bowser and Little Mac are ridiculous. And like neither of the characters really are that great anymore, so...
Look, I don't know. I don't really know anything about the situation, but having played... We've talked about this before, right? Like how... A lot of people in fighting games have played a new game a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, new games have come out a lot for everybody, except for just a couple of franchises. And one of them is Smash.
Yep.
There have only been, since Melee, there have been 2 in a dozen years.
Right.
Right? So that, as a result, and this is the second one of them, and a lot of people didn't even like the first one, and whatever. So I feel like there's not that much experience with, like, how to treat a new release.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, for us, we've been in a bunch of situations where some characters, like, kind of questionable in the first week or the first month. And then that goes away, and everybody's like, oh, well, why were we even worried about it?
I mean, early on, I even did that in Alpha 3.
I've done that too.
In Alpha 3, Exes and Dhalsim, I was like, this character's so broken. Like, he's so stupid. Like, maybe we should ban him because he's that dumb. And now at the end game, it's like, who the hell cares about Exism anybody?
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, and yeah, these games, they just take time. There's no reason to complain about these things,
But you've been there before with Alpha. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, Alpha 3, yeah. And it wasn't even that long ago if you think about it. Like, if I was complaining about Alpha 1, you know, but... Like,
I mean, dude, it was 15 years ago.
I guess that's true.
It was a while ago. Yeah. So, but you've been there, and now every time a new game comes out, you think about Alpha, and you're like, maybe I won't go nuts about this character.
Oh yeah.
So
I've never since that Alpha 3, like I'm. Like, at the time, and even still now, I'm a little embarrassed by the fact that I was fighting for this banning of this character, because now it just seems so ridiculous. Like, what on earth was I thinking at the time? You know?
Yeah, so. Yeah. I remember learning my lesson when it came to HDR Akuma, and it ended up that he was too stupid.
Yeah.
But I remember that whole process made me think, like, maybe I should...
Right, you know. Right.
So anyway, I don't know anything about Diddy, etc. I just want to say, like, maybe not day 4.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I don't know. That's it.
Exactly. So
that's all I got.
Long way to go, but game is super, dude. It's so beautiful. The game is so beautiful.
Because I like it on 3DS, but I imagine it's much prettier.
Oh my god, it's so, like, when I first turned it on and watched the intro, I was just like tears. Like, I was just like, so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah, I mean, I loved all the Smash games. Because, like I said, they're just like these love letters to video games in general.
Dude, I totally hear you.
Yeah, so I can't wait to do a bunch of stuff. So,
do you want to talk about what we're gonna do next week?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay,
I want to
talk
announce
about
it. So, okay, look, every time a new game comes out, we do a show. Yes. We haven't been able to do one for the new Persona game, and I know people wanted us to do a Melty Blood game, right? But what was one of the main reasons? We couldn't find a good expert to come and explain the games, right? Otherwise, we probably would have done so. Well, Smash Wii U just came out, and so we are going to do a show on Monday. We're going to do a Monday show, and we're going to explain everything about Smash Brothers Wii U. But
is it going to be you and me? Or are we talking about this?
Well, see, I've been playing a lot of Smash recently, right? So obviously I know all 700 characters very well. I know the history of Smash really well. You know how well I did on the Melee explanation and stuff like that. You know, before Evo and all that stuff. No. We actually managed to get a really special guest coming next week. He just moved here to Southern California from New York. We're going to get D1, a.k.a. Duran, a.k.a. D1, onto the show to help us explain Smash. He, like, literally, I could walk to his home from here in, like, 30 minutes. He lives, like, 10 minutes away from me, 10-minute drive, and I'm so excited to get him on the show. I think that's going to be awesome. So
Me too.
Yeah, so absolutely, super fighting robot himself.
It's going to be sweet, dude.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah. So I'm really excited.
That'll be next Monday, so please tune into that if you're interested in Smash, and you probably should be.
Yep. All right, cool. So do you want to take a break then?
How long has it been here? Oh, yeah, it's been like 16 minutes. Yeah, sure, let's take a break.
All right, cool. So we will be right back, guys.
Welcome back to the Tuesday. Let's talk now about some game news.
Sure, and I swear I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with this crackle on the microphone. I can actually hear it now, and I don't know, because there must just be these microphones are super cheap. Because when we do the World Warriors of Capcom Cup, we're using these fancy mics that Hans sent us, and they don't have this problem, so...
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Okay.
Well, hopefully it's not too frustrating. Couple of game news items to talk about. The first one in Killer Instinct, Con Ra.
Yes.
He's out now, I believe, right?
Yeah, including a few little patches and stuff like that, and like a few little character changes and such like that. So, but yeah, he is available now. The Not a Mummy character.
It's totally a mummy. I don't know why they... I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know what the joke was about.
Maybe there was a joke there.
Yeah, there was some meme that got created from it. So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he looks like a fascinating character.
I haven't seen anything about. I haven't even downloaded him yet, which I really need to do.
You should take care of that.
Yeah.
He is really, really interesting. I watched a couple of streams on him. I watched the sort of like reveal where they, they put a video out, but then also later that day on Friday they had a stream. And the stream kind of went over the character. You hear his moves, talk a little bit about whatever, and then after since then there's been a ton of footage because now he's out.
Yeah. So what's the gist?
There's a lot to talk about, and I'll probably forget some of it.
Is this kind of like how when I tried to explain Maya to you that one time, and it was just like.
Yeah. So at the most basic level, he has he's kind of Dalsum-like in that he has short range and far range attacks. On top of that, he has a command grab, and it whiffs if you're right next to the person.
Okay.
But it also doesn't go full screen. It's like 2/3 or 3/4 screen.
Okay.
Wow. He also has this really interesting dust mechanic. Or maybe, no, it's called sand. He has sand.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Guilty Gear. Like
right,
the dust
button. No, sand. The sand does a ton of stuff. Okay, so you put sand on the ground. It's sort of like Carmine, or you have this blood, and then you can do stuff with it. You can attack out of it. You can there's these different attacks that you do from the sand from far away.
Okay.
If you want, if you're on the sand, it can launch you forward very far. Or there's some other stuff that you can do with it too, and I forget what it is.
It sounds like the blood mechanic that Eliza was originally, they talked about.
It sort of is actually, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
It sort of is like that. And then he also has this little scarab thing that is, who is it like? It's like Batista with the little balls that she places, except they're active. He doesn't need to activate them.
Okay,
they're just hanging out there. And you can have 3 on screen in different locations. And there's also, after you do some, I think his ender or something in a combo, you can place one that just slowly moves. And it's moving at jump height. So he has this way to keep you on the ground, and he has these far range command grab, and he has this regular scarabs which just take up places on screen, and he has these far range attacks, and if the opponent's standing on the sand, then you can attack them, and if you're standing on sand, then you can use it in different ways. So look, I'm sure I'm forgetting something because he seemed like he was super complex.
Right. And he's a grappler character. He's the trappler character.
Yeah.
And
so when you do a command grab, you can actually pilot where you end up, because spacing is obviously really important with this kind of a character. So it might be very important that you do a command grab and end up behind where you start, because maybe that's where the scarab is, or maybe that's where the sand is, or maybe you move forward because that's where one of those two things are. So they're I feel like if you're playing him, you're just going to be going a mile a minute up here. What's going on? He sounds so sick.
But it also sounds like the way that he plays, he also kind of avoids the whole KI combo breaker system a little bit.
Well,
right? Or do most of the hits kind of lead into it?
Yeah, right. Okay, so if somebody gets hit by a scarab, you can go over there and juggle them, right? Because there's several hits, so you start a combo from that.
Right.
Command grab start combos. I mean, it's once you get a hit, it's like anything in KI where it's woo. Or, excuse me, it's a mix-up or something. I don't know.
Nice recovery.
Yeah. But the neutral game looks so cool, man. It really does.
That's cool.
I
said, when I watch a lot of the high-level Killer Instinct, people lose a lot of life outside of combos. They really do now. Especially if you watch the way Vi plays Fulgore, which of course is unlike all other Fulgores, we said before, but about Vi. But you don't have to necessarily, I feel play that game too much. So.
In fact, I talked with Keats about it. He was very interested in my thoughts because this is exactly the kind of character that I would want to play. It's so exact. If he was a robot, only potential for improvement. That's it.
If he was a robot, fair enough.
That's
fair
it.
Enough. Yeah,
if you make a skin where he's a robot, I'll just all right, fine.
Robot mummy, dude. That would be pretty sick, actually. Has anybody ever created a robot mummy? That's pretty sick. You're typing robot mummy into Google right now. Go to images, see if there's a picture of a robot mummy anywhere. Oh, it looks like there's a robot mummy right there.
Oh yeah, he's a robot with a bunch of bandages on him.
What is that from?
I don't know. It looks like some crappy cartoon. Oh, it was Mega Man.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's true. There was a
mummy character, right?
No, not a boss.
Oh,
the boss was Pharaoh Man, but there was mummy robots in the background. Yes. Okay. There you go.
Anyway. So he looks like a very interesting character. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say was, I talked with Keats about my concerns. I basically was like, look, dude, he looks fascinating, but I know once I get a hit, I'm gonna be doing the whole thing,
right?
And I don't care about that. and he was like, you should really try it, because now that the kind of style that I want to play, he says, is more viable. And I know you've said the same thing. So I guess I'll try it out. You have it at your place. I'll, whenever you get it, I'll come over and
no problem.
Try them out.
I'll probably download them later on today. So there you go. Okay, cool. No, I mean, I can't wait to try them out. Like I said, I mean, when I downloaded Maya and messed with her, I was just like, there's no way this character's not really good. And yeah, sure enough, in this patch, she got nerfed. So that's really interesting, though, because like both Killer Instinct and both Smash, sort of Smash, are kind of going down this patch route, like NRS games and stuff like that. And a lot of people are kind of, have complained about it and stuff like that. So I wonder.
Well, I think what Adam said was that the patch to Maya was already planned. When she was released, it was already planned. So it's not like they just responded to people's complaints by patching ASAP. It's sort of like how, remember in Marvel, when Marvel 3, when Sentinel got nerfed?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, you nerfed him, but actually they had planned it. It was already before the game came out.
Actually, it's funny that I even bring this up about like trying to release patches on schedules around seasons and stuff like that. Speaking of that, Ultra 1.04 is a new patch coming out for Ultra Street Fighter 4. But if you noticed, I believe the release date is very probably purposely after Capcom Cup. So they are not going to make any changes until after Capcom Cup.
Is that announced? Is the release date announced?
So I remember people talking about it. Oh, really? Because I saw
in fact,
people talking about
Combo in this blog post says, I'll be back in the future with a release date.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I saw a bunch of people tweeting about it. Maybe they were speculating.
Okay. Or maybe there's been more information since yesterday.
I mean, they better not release it before Capcom Cup, because that would be silly. Really kind of weird.
Yeah, that would be silly. But there is going to be a patch for Ultra Street Fighter 4. And it includes, non-gameplay related things. You can play Edition Select online, new training mode trials if you're interested in that.
Yeah, and dude, did you read how they're going to do Omega mode? It's not a separate mode of the game. It's actually a version of the characters.
Right.
So it's just part of the Edition Select. You can pick Omega mode version of the character.
Right.
So
there's like no reason to not play Omega mode if you're playing online where there's no rules.
Yeah. Well, they said that you can't use them in ranked. You cannot use them in ranked.
I see.
So or something like that.
There you go. But included with that, and also we should mention the costumes. Adon is maybe like a lizard.
They're giving them all the animal outfits, right?
Right.
Like how did that? Okay, so here's a good question, right?
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, Sagat is a tiger, right? Why is Adon like a lizard?
It doesn't make any sense.
Like, he should have just been a jaguar,
How could he not be a jaguar? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny that E Honda is a turtle. I think that's clever.
When I had my trip a long time ago for my cousin's wedding to Hawaii, I really started to like sea turtles and stuff like that, right? And they're called honu. That's how you say it in Hawaiian.
Oh, okay.
Right? It was honu.
Cool.
So I got a little plush turtle, and I named him Honda.
Oh, that's clever. Like
right? So because Honu, Honda, and he's a turtle. And so when I saw this, I was like, okay, I like it.
I think that's great. Yeah. I like how some of them look. I think that Gen looks good as a goat. I've already said this. I think Gen looks good as a goat if he has to be something. I think Dudley looks good as an English bulldog. I think that makes sense. A lot of them are like...
Well, I don't know why they would make Rolento Hanzo Gonzo.
Is that what is he supposed to be that?
I think so.
I had a tough time figuring it out.
I mean, he's got the cap, right? And he's got the lizard face, so...
Oh, it is a lizard face. You know what I thought it was supposed to be? It was like an eagle or a hawk or something. But no, you're right.
He's Hanzo Gonzo.
You're right. Ken's is like he's a bird of some sort.
I'm surprised they made Ken the eagle. I thought they were going to make Guile the eagle, because he's all about America, right?
That would have been good.
But they made it to Ken, so...
That's right. I think Ryu's looks pretty stupid. I don't like Sagat's. I like that he's a tiger, but I think he looks stupid. I think his tiger looks stupid.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great for sure.
But some of the other ones are whatever, are less than crappy. Bug fixes included for Vega and Yun, but probably of most importance to most people who are listening to this podcast or this show, because you are probably interested in gameplay. There's going to be gameplay changes.
Yep, and they didn't say anything except they called out one thing. And how did he put it?
DJ.
Here? Yeah, exactly. Making everyone viable. Because let's face it, Ultra Street Fighter 4 on the top half of the tier list is fantastic.
I agree with that.
Because even in 2012, we were like, okay, Cammy, Fei Long, Akuma, best characters in the game, right? Everyone else kind of under there a little bit, right? In this game, like, I don't feel like I can properly name 3 characters that stand out to me being that much better than everyone else. You know, there's like this really good top tier, this giant chunk of high A tier, and then there's like DJ and Dalsum and Blanca.
There's like several at the bottom. Yeah, that's it. I fully agree.
Yeah,
fully agree.
So if what he's saying about making everyone viable, what I would like to see is not very many changes to the top, and really just buffing DJ, Dalsum, and whoever. I mean, like, I even said, like, there's like 3 obvious bottom tier characters, and I could really only name 2, which to me was like DJ and Dalsum, right?
I feel like you have to also put Dan and Honda on there.
I really do. Honda, that's right. I forgot about Honda.
I really feel like that's the bottom 4. And past that, I'm not sure. Really not sure. But those 4, I agree. I would love to see them change, and I also agree that I don't want to see big changes at the top. Even the characters, look, everybody complains about Yun, but nobody's done anything with them.
Kazunoko's the closest, and he's not running over everybody, right?
Exactly right. And same with Evil Ryu and whoever else people want to say is at the top. So I don't want to see significant changes to those characters. If at some point Yun becomes ridiculous and he's winning everything, fine. It seems like they have the ability and interest to patch things, and if that's the case, that's when they should do it, but not yet.
It would be really interesting if they just patched it every half a year. After EVO, after Capcom Cup. After EVO, after Capcom Cup.
Okay.
I think that would be a really good schedule to do it.
I feel like that would really breathe life into the game. Like,
right,
I feel like
because
that would
then
really
after EVO's done, it's like, okay, let's reassess it a little bit, let's patch it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's really smart.
And then you have a lot of, then you figure out more information when it gets, and I mean, I just hope they keep this game and keep patching it like this, because, you know, I know everyone wants a new Street Fighter 5 or whatever like that, but I mean, this game is pretty good right now.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, And though it would be really funny though, like, what if Omega Mode actually turned out to be like super fun and weirdly balanced because everyone's broken?
There was a lot of talk about that at 37 Reloaded. I don't know why it came up so often, but it feels like it did. People were saying that they are really looking forward to Omega. They find that you are, for example. A lot of other people are too. Because it's going to be crazy, and Street Fighter 4 is not a crazy game, and so it sounds like it will be interesting, if nothing else. It
may turn it into kind of, dare I say it, like Under Night and Birth, very Uniel-ish. Got it in. Got it in.
If so, if they want to add the grid meter.
No, but I mean, it would just be, it would be a crazy game, but with still Street Fighter anti-air kind of, you know, like horizontal gameplay, right? But then when you hit, you could fun combos, right? So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I totally agree with that. Anything else to say about the patch?
No, not really.
Okay. Let's.
So, do you want to just jump on to the next topic?
Yeah,
right
let's
now,
go to the next topic for sure.
Okay. So, upcoming events. Really, the main thing to talk about right now is that this weekend, really exciting, really hyped to see what the hell's going to happen here, is Dreamhack Winter, the final premier tournament for the Capcom Cup. This will determine the 16th person into the tournament. Right. Remember, nobody gets points, so they can't change the positions of or seeding of anybody unless someone who already has points gets in. But anybody else will not earn points. So in other words, for example, NuckleDoo is above GamerB. If GamerB places high, he's not going to vault over NuckleDoo because he gets no points. He can only get in if he gets in. But having said that, and I just mentioned GamerB, a lot of good players are going. A lot of good players are going because this is their last chance. Right. So GamerB is going. If I'm not mistaken, Peppadai is being sponsored to go there again.
That's right.
I heard Fudo was going to be there.
That's what I also heard, and I'm trying to find confirmation of that.
Yeah, some people just talked about it at 27 Reloaded. Someone was like, Fudo is supposedly going, so... But, dude, there's going to be... Well, Sako's not going to go. Sako, someone mentioned Sako in the chat. Remember, Sako is, he has a kid now. He's been doing a lot of family stuff, so You know, he just hasn't been able to make. He's not going to be able to make it. When they do Topanga A-League, he plays online. They play him online, right? So.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it is Fudo and Itabashi Sangief are both going from Japan.
Itabashi's going?
Itabashi's going.
I did not know about that, dude. Okay.
Dude, yeah, for sure. And of course, there are lots of.
Is that really true? So Ghost Chimera points out that Fudo is the only Evo champion that hasn't qualified for Capcom Cup.
Daigo, Infiltration, Shen.
And
that's it for SF4, right?
And Luffy.
Oh, and Luffy, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Dang.
This is his chance. This is his chance. But there will also be really strong European players who have.
Of course.
I mean, Luffy's one of them. Veggie's going to be there. MBR Phenom is going to be there.
Do you know if Aliun is going to be there?
Let's see. There's this big old list of players who are known to be coming. Let me check it out. I don't see him yet.
I mean, honestly, Sako probably should have qualified just because he's the champion from last year, right? But I just don't even think he could make it. Like, honestly,
I think that'd be kind of weird if they let him qualify because of that. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's
quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Yeah, okay. That's too bad.
But that'll be this week, and that's going to be fascinating because there's going to be a lot of good players, and the quality of play will be really high.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also really looking forward to seeing the final list of players for Capcom Cup.
Yeah.
Hearing about how they're going to do the bracket.
Yeah.
Because we assume that we know the way that they're going to do it.
I'm assuming they're going to do it by points.
Right.
But we're not 100% sure. They haven't mentioned
announced
how they're doing brackets. So
exactly. So hopefully we'll find that out.
Right.
Because I would love to talk about, before that goes down, I'd love to have a little haggling about, maybe place a little bit on side and get a little. That'd be fun. I mean,
I remember your success at Capcom Cup last year.
What'd I do? I don't remember.
Dude, you lost like every gentleman's wager. Yeah.
For some reason, I don't recall.
It's probably better for the better.
You know what? In my life, that tends to be how it works out. I'm not that great at remembering when things went badly.
That's a smart thing to do.
It's not intentional.
It is a smart thing to do.
It's just how my brain works.
Smart thing to do.
Thanks, brain.
Yep.
I guess. I mean,
on
the other hand,
I'm the exact opposite, right? Every bad thing is like etched into my brain. So.
Well, it's not that great because I walk around thinking that like everything is fantastic when like maybe it's not.
Fair enough.
Anyway, yeah, no, it should be a really fun event. Looking forward to that. And then, is that all to say about?
Yeah. We should probably also mention that this past weekend we didn't get a chance to mention it. I forgot I don't even remember what the name of the event, but there was like this huge Virtua Fighter tournament that went on over the weekend as well.
I don't think I knew about it.
Remember how Tekken had that 5-team event?
Yeah.
They basically did the same thing for Virtua Fighter this past weekend, like over 100 teams.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
5-man teams. Yeah, Beat Tribe.
That's the 15th VFR Beat Tribe Cup from Tokyo, Japan. How about that? I totally missed it. That's too bad.
Yeah. I didn't know about it until afterwards because once we put the video up on YouTube, someone tweeted it to me. He's like, "You guys didn't talk about this?" And I was like, "I don't even know what that is," Yeah. And so I felt bad about that. So. But yeah, they had that, and again, like I think it's a 5-man team. I can't remember, but there was like over 100 teams in there. So
120.
Jeez,
it's a lot of people.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was funny. I think I was talking to Rip, and I was like, "How come like all those players from Tekken like don't come over here and play any?" And he was like, "They don't think anybody's good over here." I was like, "Okay." It's kind of like how Ogawa says he doesn't want to travel to US because we're basically useless at Guilty Gear. So, yeah.
Hey, this past weekend there was also CVS2 Nationals in Japan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rai won it, a Mai player.
Well, that's right. I should also mention, if you are an owner of the PlayStation 4 and are a member of PlayStation Plus, Guilty Gear demo is out right now. Go pick that up. I do not have a PS4.
Yeah.
I am in so much pain right now. Like, I've been tempted to just be like, okay, I'm picking up my PS4 now, but see, the thing is, the first next-gen game, I finally saw a trailer for a next-gen game that I'm like, okay, I have to buy that, and that is Arkham Knight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, it looks so sick.
Okay.
And because you remember, I loved Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Loved those games. And I'm a Marvel person. I prefer Marvel over DC, but dude, those games are like some of the funnest games ever. And that Arkham Knight trailer just came out, and I was like, holy crap, that looks fantastic. But the thing about it is, I can get it on the Xbox One or the PS4. So I still don't need both of them. So, but
there you go. We also wanted to bring up the World Warriors of Capcom Cup series that we've been doing. They've been showing up on Capcom Fighters, youtube.com/Capcom Fighters TV.
Yes, Capcom Fighters TV, youtube.com/Capcom Fighters.
That's it. And essentially what they are little exposés and analyses of players who will be at Capcom Cup. So we spend like 20 or 30 minutes per episode, talking about, players' history, playstyle, little tidbits, and then we spend the rest of the video analyzing a match that the player had, usually where they qualified for Capcom Cup when we can get it.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people have been enjoying it because there really hasn't been too many analysis videos like that. Although, I'm sure they're going to do something if you're enjoying that kind of analysis stuff like that, that's what they're planning to do for Strong Style. Right, I'm sure they're still working on all that stuff like that. So yeah, so that should be really, really cool as well. So
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so Bobby Blake says that Arkham Origins makes him not want to play Batman games. Arkham Origins was not made by Rocksteady Studios. Rocksteady made Asylum and City, and then they licensed it out to another group. So it's just not as good. My friend played it. He told me not to bother with it.
Okay.
And
that's too bad.
But Arkham Knight is going to be by Rocksteady again, so I know the quality is going to be good again. So
we will do World Warriors for everybody who will be at Capcom Cup, and that will include American players. In fact, just today, what was it? Today that the one on Ricky came out? Was that yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was today or yesterday. Yeah, I can't remember.
But Justin Wong is also out. So yes, we are doing
the PR Rog one is out as well, right? So
is that one out? Okay. I mean, you're probably
yeah. I think they're all out now. So,
okay. But yeah, everybody. And so we don't know everybody yet because there's still somebody yet to be that said this DreamHack. So we will see who else makes it. But yeah, everybody will be there.
Yeah. It's going to be super exciting.
It's been fun to do so far.
Yep.
Well, is that about it?
I think so. Yeah. It's getting close to near the end of the year. I know towards the end of the year we always used to like to try to do those almost adequate adventures, but I don't think we're going to do that this year.
Yeah.
Both of us have been super busy in Capcom, and just doing these World Warriors of Capcom Cup has been taking up some time and stuff like that. But what I'm hoping is that in January we'll have I'm going to try to ramp things up, UltraChen Studio style and stuff like that, and try to do some cool stuff. So hopefully soon we'll be able to try to set up some new stuff. I'll try to figure out what the hell's going on with this crackling.
Yeah, we're investing a little bit in the production value, so hopefully it'll be a little fancier next time.
Yep, cool. Okay, that's about it, I guess. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Yeah, make sure you guys tune in to Show That Sucks on twitch.tv/IPlayWinner.
Yeah.
Especially Shankar. And,
Shankar should watch it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's about it.
Monday, come back. We will be doing Smash Wii U with D1, talking all about the characters and the gameplay and everything.
Yeah, if you don't know anything about Smash, we're going to do an intro to Smash Brothers, teach you how the game works and stuff like that. So,
okay,
should be super fun.
Come back for that.
Okay, cool. Peace out.